Plumbing is changing. On January 4th, 2014, lead-free will be the law of the land, and standard, or traditional product, will be deemed illegal for use in potable water systems.
And so this is a huge transition for the industry. This had been preceded by laws in California, Vermont, Maryland, and Louisiana, but now we've got to take these changes nationwide.
We have a major part of our product line is associated with potable water. So we have taken this as a very serious initiative and involves almost every operating part of the business.
So it's a big issue from us from an engineering point of view, it's a big issue for us from a manufacturing point of view, and since for certain applications, for example irrigation, where we'll be selling leaded versions of the products, it requires us to have a bulletproof supply chain so that we don't have any cross-contamination.
This new law, the Reduction of Lead in Drinking Water Act, is actually an amendment to the long-standing Safe Drinking Water Act originally passed in 1974.
Under the current Safe Drinking Water Act, all plumbing products are required to be lead-free, but the Act currently defines lead-free as meaning 8% lead content. The Reduction of Lead in Drinking Water Act is changing the definition of lead-free to reduce it to 0.25% lead content on a weighted average basis for all wetted surfaces of plumbing products to use in potable water applications.
And we're doing everything possible that we can to A, educate our customers so they're prepared, and B, ensure that we're their trusted partner so they're not going to get into trouble for delivering a traditional product where a lead-free product is required, or where they deliver a lead-free product which is contaminated.
A transition of this magnitude requires all groups within the company working together to meet the needs of customers as we head towards 2014.
Essentially, we've got approximately 6,000 finished goods and 16,000 component parts that need to be transferred from our current leaded configuration to our lead-free configuration in order to service our retail, wholesale, and OEM customer base.
To support this massive conversion, Watts Water has been aggressively involved in lead-free materials research and product development for over 15 years.
With qualifying the various lead-free materials, what we're looking for is really to make sure that we can sustain the level of performance of our lead-free materials versus the traditional alloys. We are looking for general mechanical performance to make sure that the tensile and general fatigue properties of the material are sustained.
Lead-free is a tougher casting, both to pour and to machine. So first of all, from a pour standpoint, it has a much tighter freeze range and it's much more liquid. That gives you just different challenges than the 81 metal that we're used to pouring. On the machining side, it's actually tougher to machine, so some of our very complicated tools take a lot more horsepower to run, so we're finding that we need different size equipment.
But as time progresses and we spend more time, we're actually finding that we, with minor modifications in our manufacturing process, we're able to approach some of the machine rates that we previously had attained.
Just as importantly, Watts Water has been working aggressively with suppliers to ensure all manufactured goods meet the strict requirements of the new law.
Before we bring a supplier on board to work with the Watts brands, we have the suppliers go through an evaluation process, then we take them through a self-audit process, and then an on-site audit. And then to follow up with that, we have global supplier quality engineers that go around to our supply base, auditing our suppliers periodically as well.
Given the complexity of our supply chain, the varying lengths and sources of our supply, we have, for instance, 4 regional distribution centers, 64 consigned stocking sites, 8 factories worldwide that we have to deal with to transition from leaded to lead-free in various increments to not at all compromise customer service and, in addition, to minimize obsolescence and the expense associated with that.
It's going to be constant communication. This is not putting together a paper or one-time deal saying, here's what we're going to do, go out and make it work. It's a series of communications to our customers through our reps to inform you of how we plan on transitioning, how we can help you transition your inventory of those items over the next 16 months.
So we have this great website called weareleadfree.net. It has links to industry news, information on the lead-free legislation both nationally and at the state level. It's got a whole bunch of tools to guide you through making the transition to lead-free. The site will also be updated constantly to keep you well informed as we all transition to lead-free.
In 2014, everything changes. But Watts Water is committed to not only be prepared, but to continue leading the charge with lead-free plumbing.
The organization is fully focused on this key objective, and we're absolutely committed to being ready on time so we can support our customers to make sure that they're ready on time.
We are lead-free.
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 We are lead-free.